The Hunter and Her Colossal Wolf, a tale of survival and friendship. Snow fell in thick silence as Kayla moved through the frozen forest. Her breath rose in clouds before her face while her boots crunched across the deep white powder. She was a hunter-boar of the wild, raised by a people who knew the forest better than any map. Alone after a storm scattered her tribe, Kayla relied only on her instincts and her bow. The cold bit deep, and food was growing scarce. Days passed with no sign of prey, no sound but the whisper of wind through trees. Then she heard it, a howl like none she had ever known. Low and powerful, it echoed across the valley. Not a wolf, she thought. Something more. She followed the sound through the trees and snow until she saw him, atop a rise to the beast of legend. A wolf taller than any man with fur as pale as snow and eyes that glowed like firelight. He stared at her not with hunger, but with something close to understanding. Kayla did not lift her bow. Instead, she stood still, heart pounding, as the giant wolf slowly walked toward her. His massive paws left deep prints in the snow. He stopped just a few feet away and lowered his head. She reached out a hand. "You are not a monster," she said softly. "Are you lost too?" The wolf huffed a breath and sat beside her. From that day forward they traveled together. She named him Thorn. He hunted when she could not and guarded her through nights colder than death. She patched wounds on his leg and sang to him beneath the stars. They spoke no words yet shared everything. One night they were attacked by shadow wolves. Smaller but many. Kayla fought with her bow while Thorn charged with teeth and fury. Together they drove the creatures off and stood bleeding but unbroken in the moonlight. As days passed, the snow began to melt. Trees budded with green and rivers flowed once more. Kayla found signs of her people, carved stones and old trails. Her journey had an end at last. She sat beside Thorn one evening as birds returned to the forest. "I think I found them," she said. "My tribe." Thorn looked at her with eyes full of knowing. He stood but did not turn away. When Kayla walked, he followed, silent and strong. They crossed the forest together, a hunter and a wolf bound by trust and survival, not beast and master, but equals, companions. And though the world would change with seasons and time, their bond would remain as strong as the mountains they had crossed and as deep as the snow that had once surrounded them.